Hello everyone, I hope you all are fine. Myself Ankit. Today I am going to start the first topic of class 9th. The topic name is Object Oriented Programming. So in this video I will discuss about the basic concept of Object Oriented Programming. So before starting I want to give brief information about some important and basic concept or terms. The first one is programming. What is programming? So programming is the process of writing programs. Okay, and whenever many programs are collected together, that is known as computer application. So programming is a way by which we design or create computer applications. Okay, and these days computer applications are used in almost every field, such as education, banking, engineering, designing, healthcare services, and so forth. So that is the requirement to know about programming languages which are used to create computer application. Okay, so the next question is, what is computer programming languages? Okay, so programming languages are the set of commands and syntaxes which are used to create computer program, or we can say computer applications. So there are many languages available which works with the concept of object oriented programming. Okay, so basically the high level languages are used to create computer programs. Okay, so high level language works with two concepts. First is POP and second one is OOP. So in this video I will discuss in detail about these two concept of programming languages. Okay, so the first one is POP. So POP is the traditional approach of programming. Okay, and the full form of POP is procedure oriented programming. Okay, so we can understand this by the help of diagram. Okay, but before that we can see one term is there, that is procedure. Okay, so POP is based on the concept of procedure. Okay, and the next question is, what is procedure? So procedure is a sequence of instruction, that is the sequence of instruction to be executed. Okay, we can say procedure is the method or function. Okay, so in the structure we can see the main program is divided into smaller components that are known as functions. Okay, so if we have any problem for solving, so in POP, so we will divide that problem into smaller components which are known as functions or methods. Okay, so in POP many instructions are written to carry out any task, and these instructions are grouped together to form functions or methods. Okay, example of POP type of language is Pascal, Fortran, COBOL, Basic, C, etc. Okay, so the important point is here that the main program is divided into smaller components which are known as functions. Okay, now let us discuss the features of POP. Okay, so POP is basically focus on functions or methods rather than data. In the case of POP, data is not important. Here the function or methods are important. Okay, the importance is given to functions or methods, not data. Second point is main function is or main program is divided into smaller components is called function. Okay, so each and every language which follows the concept of POP will divide the main function or program into functions. Understand? Next point is functions share global data. Okay, so means the main function, the main program contains some important global data. Okay, and that global data can be used most of the functions which are available in that program. Okay, so that means the data values moves freely around the system from function to function. So that is the limitation of POP. That means in POP data is not secured. There is not any security provided to the data. Only the main focus is on functions or method. Okay, and the importance is not given to the data. Okay, so that is the main problem in POP. And the fourth feature is it uses top-down approach of programming. Okay, so in the figure you can see there are two global data available. Suppose there are two global data available in the main function, and there are function 1 and function 2 available in the program. So then function 1 and function 2 both can use the global data that is present in the main function or main program. Okay, next one is limitations of POP. The first point is it is not suitable to solve complex problems. Okay, next one is as data values are global to all the functions. That is an important point. As data values are global to all the functions and that data can be used by most of the functions, so that data is not secure because it cannot be hid. Means every function can use the global data, so data is not hidden. So that is the problem. Okay, and also there is not any foundation present of using data in POP type of languages. Okay, so that is the main disadvantage of POP, or we can say that is the limitation or demerit of POP. So that's why nowadays mostly we are not using POP type of languages. Okay, so this problem can be removed by the using of OOP, that is object oriented programming. Okay, the next approach in which high level language works is OOP, that is object oriented programming. Okay, so this type of approach has been developed to increase the programmer's productivity and also to overcome the shortcomings of the POP approach of programming. Okay, so in this approach the program is designed by creating a memory area. That memory area, we can say that is the object. That is the object, and that object contain both data and functions. Okay, so like POP, functions are also used in OOP. Okay, and in OOP the complete problem is decomposed, and we can say the complete problem is divided into a number of entities called objects. Each object includes a set of data items and related functions. Okay, so in OOP whenever we create the object, so that object will contain data items and related functions, and data values of an object are applicable only within the functions associated with that object. The data of an object can't be handled by external functions. Okay, so we can see in this diagram, so structure of OOP, so there are three objects. First one is object A, object B, object C, and each object is containing its own data and functions. Okay, so the data of object A cannot be used by the function of object B and the function of object C, as well as the data of object B and the data of object C can't be used by the another object. Okay, only the function associated with that object can use that data only. Okay, so by this we can say, in this way the data can't be flow freely from one function to another function. Okay, and because of this, because of no free movement of data in that system, so because of that the data are protected and secured by other sources, and this allow object oriented feature to be a powerful tool for programming because data is protected or secured. Okay, now example of languages which follows the object-oriented programming concept are C++, Java, Smalltalk, etc. Now let us discuss the features of OOP. Okay, the first one is it emphasizes on the data items rather than functions. Okay, so here in OOP the main importance is given to data. Okay, not functions. The data is important in OOP. Okay, second point is it makes the complete program by dividing into number of objects. Okay, so in OOP, okay, whenever we are making any program, so we will divide that program, that problem, into number of objects, and each object will contain its own data and functions. Okay, the concept of data hiding enhances security in program because data is because object is containing its own data and functions. Okay, so data hiding facility is there. Okay, and that's provide security in programs. Next one is it is highly beneficial to solve complex problems. Okay, next one is data movement around the system is not possible. Okay, and if object want to communicate, so they can communicate by the help of functions. Next one is it follows bottom up programming approach. Okay, so these all are the features of OOP. Okay, now I want to discuss the main differences between procedure oriented programming and object oriented programming. Okay, so in POP the main focus is put on the function rather than data. Okay, and in OOP the main focus is put on data rather than the functions. Okay, second point is in POP data, it means POP allows data to flow freely throughout the program, whereas OOP does not allow data to be flow freely throughout the program. Okay, next one is in POP it follows the top down programming approach, whereas OOP follows the bottom up programming approach. Okay, so these are the some points which differentiate between POP and OOP. Now you have to write the differences between POP and OOP in your notebook. Okay, that's all for today.